Hello, Marvel Heroes fans. My name is Wilfred, and welcome to this new episode on the artifact update. I'm reporting from the test center. I've taken a look at some of these artifacts that's been changed due to this massive update. My name is Wilfred, by the way, and thank you very much for all your warm wishes on my exam. I managed to pass today. It's a project management professional exam, in case some of you want to know. It's funny though, I've been doing project management for decades, and finally my organization required us to take a certification. Very much like how Cosmic Gate work in Marvel Heroes, I think. Anyhow, now this whole artifact change is huge. I think a lot of talking is on the hero power, talent, trait, infinity system, attribute, and so on. But we haven't really talked a bit about the artifact. Why is it huge? Because even with your unique gear, you could use it on day one. After all these changes are in place, you could use it, and your hero is still functional pretty well if you get all the unique and so on during this period of time. The Omega items will drop, but that's like a month or two after the first update. So that will be a time when we have to refarm some of these gears, but the existing gear still works. If you are looking at the legendary, I think 99% of your legendary still probably will work. Insignia, relics, those are not really going to make a big difference. But artifact is a huge thing. Today I logged on to Kitty Pryde, wanted to do a video and realized that 3 of her really good artifacts are just junks for her. So that is how much it's going to impact one hero. Imagine you have another 58 heroes to take care of. Now, so I've taken a look at all the changes, and I think I'll try to have an open mind, because I personally think that there are too drastic changes, in the sense that there are things that the game require to go into a certain direction. I understand, but it's just too much change in terms of artifact. The good thing about it is that the artifacts are all being changed with the new stack, so we do not require to farm those artifacts again from like the Omega items that we are going to farm again, but we do not require to. Any of those new stats will automatically be updated to your existing artifact. That's the only good thing I can think of. And now you require a lot of thinking behind, is this artifact good for this hero or that hero? Now, it's not really a lot of thinking. It's quite easy. Looking at the attribute, you probably can tell what is for what. But now you require a little bit of thinking, not like, you picked up Hand of Doom right now today. You could use it for all heroes and say, wow, that's good news. You pick up Gorilla Necklace and say, yeah, I can use it for all physical heroes. Great, It's no longer that case. It's no longer the case. So something about the thinking part. But I personally found that it become too restrictive because there's so many heroes to play, and you tend to sort of like share some gears, or you say, oh yeah, I found this gear, and I can use for a couple of heroes. I can maybe future hero I can use as well. But because of how the artifact is being so restrictive now, I personally feel that there'll be a longer gearing time. So I think, whenever you look at the plus and minus, we always look into something that is interesting. So what is interesting to me is that they probably want to change the game such a way that it requires more farming for your BIS gear, best in slot. Because right now, pick any heroes, you have a range of best in slot that you can use, or, somewhat like a couple of % off each other. You can say, yeah, I could have, I may not have this 4, but I could have another 4 that supplement each other. But now it becomes very restrictive. So you have to keep farming for your heroes, BIS items, best in slot. It's just more farming. It doesn't make the game interesting, right? And I think this is a bit controversial because they are very controversial as well. I think they want to push the sales of the new bonus item fund booster, because now it makes more sense. You need more time to farm, and if you say I really need to get the gear a little bit faster, you pay for it and you get the bonus item fund to get it. So in a way, I think at first I didn't think that way, but then you think about it, the XP part of it, the infinity system, the way that we have to keep farming for XP now require XP booster for some of us. If you want more, some better gears and so on, maybe bonus item farm is the way to go, because it may drop some of the really nice gear that is specific to your hero, like what they said. All right. So now, in this pack, I'm going to run through some artifacts with you. I can't go through all, otherwise it will be very boring to you and to me. But I would like to just share with you my sentiment. Imagine with me, on day one, you log into this game after the massive update. You haven't been really like playing the test center at all, and you're all in for a very exciting moment. Say, I want to play my hero. So what is going to happen? Okay, so first thing first, Kitty Pryde is speed energy, right? Right now I use Nano Poison. Now Nano Poison is not easy to farm. You have to get the you get a currency, you have to keep rolling until you get a +2 fighting. You say, whoa, happy. And brutal strike rating gets stacked up to 3 times. Wonderful gear for Kitty Pryde. Guess what? In a new system, it is going to be like a strength fighting affixes to it. And you realize that, wow, hang on a second. I don't really do, my Kitty Pryde doesn't do strength nor fighting, it's speed and energy. I could still use it, yes, of course, but it is not for the best potential. You're losing like 5 affixes. 5 attribute points is like 20% kind of like above to your damage rating, to the damage itself, the base damage, right? So it's a lot of potential loss. I mean, then you say, well, I mean, I can still use it, right? I mean, yes, you can. But then if an artifact is designed with a certain budget to it, item budget, whatever it is, and you're not using the maximum of it or the optimal of it, you're actually wasting the artifact. You may as well pass it to a strength fighting hero. And now it becomes very restrictive. That's what I meant. Second thing, Hand of Doom, right? Right now it's a damage, crit brutal. It's beautiful for any heroes. Any heroes that you get a Hand of Doom, you're happy because any hero can benefit from it, no matter which hero it is. But now become strength, energy, intelligence. Then you say, well, there are three attributes, but then don't forget there are 3 other attributes out there, and look at the combination of them. What if you get speed durability or durability and whatnot? So those that will not be buffed by Hand of Doom anymore. You are losing yet another 4 attribute points just not matching the artifact itself. So this artifact, yes, I mean there are some hero like strength, energy, intelligence, so on and so forth. There's 6 archetype of hero you can use, but there are more than that. What happened to those? You can't use Hand of Doom. Well, you can, but then you won't get the best out from it. All right. And the other thing, white suit jackets, right? Because my Kitty Pryde is a melee, so when I gear for her, I go for health, I go for defense, flat damage rating. It's beautiful. I can use this artifact for both my energy physical build as well as the pure physical build, right? Because she can have her lot hit, and that's good design because you pick gear that can be useful for your very specific requirement. For me, my requirement is my Kitty Pryde can go for either hybrid with a lot hit or just melee on physical. But with this whole thing comes on board. I can't use it for my hybrid anymore. Not just for Kitty Pryde, for any heroes that, energy hero that you use it for just more health and defense, you can't use it anymore because that is like a physical damage to it, and also +4 durability. Even for physical, you say, well, I can pass it to my physical damage hero. Yes and no, because if you are not using the durability affixes, again, you're losing the opportunity of 4, which is 16% of your damage buff, right? So that is one thing that we have to think about it. Check this out, Storm. My Storm used the Zola ESP box. No shame in it. I mean, it is a decent kind of artifact with the damage rating, crit rating, and gain spirit. And guess what? It become a mental power. My Storm can't even use this. It's a joke, right? And not only that, even if your mental hero may be using it, if your mental hero archetype is not does not contain intelligence, it will be a waste as well because 3 points to it is another 12 points of damage rating wasted if you don't have matched that kind of like archetype. So again, it's very restrictive. Only mental power, only for hero that deal mental damage and with intelligence in it. Okay, so now then the essence of Dread, right? Because my magic is a mental hero, right? Mental melee hero, her main build. So this is beautiful, right? Health, crit, mental attack. But guess what? They change it to like +3 intelligence as well, kind of thing. So my magic trait is not intelligence. I can still use it, but it's not optimal. Again, it's something that you suddenly think like, oh no, I need to swap this out because it's not optimal. Some other more optimal kind of like hero can be using it, right? And the list go on, right? Because like look at the mental focus headband. Now it's beautiful for magic. +2 energy, held with the mental damage. But if you look at this, +5 intelligence, right? It would be a total waste to give it to magic. I don't even have that kind of like a matchup anymore. +5 intelligence is 20% base damage, kind of thing. So will I use it for magic? No, I can't. I can't even, right? I can't even. Although I know intelligence give you a little bit of crit damage rating, but compare this one and the one before, this is totally rubbish, right? It becomes junks for magic, right? Thor. So just for you all to know that the robot dispenser has undergone a huge change. A sort of like a change. It become a summoner gear. I don't even know what to say, man, because this is actually very nice for the physical energy hero that is not having a dodge as their setup. So if you are defense deflect hero like Iron Man, it's wonderful because the dodge will help Iron Man a lot as a melee Iron Man. It's very nice gearing kind of strategy. You think, I got it, but guess what? You can't even use it for Thor or Iron Man, right? Because it's like summon ally damage. Yeah. So Invisible Woman, this cloaking device, right, is an 840 damage rating versus enemy not attacking you. It is a wonderful stack because for Invisible Woman, I can have her invisibility right now up to 83% of time, so I can use a lot of those damage rating. Guess what you see over the other side? It's only down to 400, from 840 to 400, give you a plus fighting. But my Invisible Woman is a durability energy. Again, it's a waste, right? So I need to swap it out in a sense because the 200 plus 200 is not really that fantastic anymore. And I think a lot of us, for those of us that are not really going to a BIS build all the time, because for all heroes it's kind of hard. Advanced Metasensory is something that is quite a common artifact that quite a number of us use. It's a good attack speed, damage, +1 to all power, but now become an energy. So whichever hero that are not energy hero that using this become junks. But of course it's kind of junk anyway in the new world, but that's besides the point. Okay, Lizard formula as well. I think right now it's a flat damage. You can put it to any hero that you feel a little bit fragile, require spirit and health regen, and it's wonderful, right? You can use it for any heroes who satisfy that kind of criteria. Oh, guess what? I mean, it become a physical damage, kind of like a artifact. So I mean, it's one of those things that you have to think through. One thing. I don't know whether this kind of like thing is going to be randomly generated or not. But in any case, the one that I have here is a physical one. For the Hullbuster physical package as well, you are looking at the right now. If you have a prop +1 fighting, is actually pretty good. But in the new world, can I still use it? Probably I can. But +3 fighting, if I have it on a fighting hero that does range and melee, that's good. But Thor is not one of them. So again, it's going to be a waste for Thor. I have to swap it out to a hero that does melee and range and also with a fighting trait to it, right? Then the main is going to change in such a way. The main is that you have a bleed kind of thing, and the bleed will give you crit right now. You have a flat damage, so whatever bleed it is. But in the new world, it has got to be a physical kind of a bleed. So I don't know how you think about it. I think majority of the heroes are not affected with it because I think a lot of heroes who are bleed are energy hero. But like Magneto, I remember he has some kind of bleed kind of mechanism to it, and he does energy. So if you have this for Magneto, well, too bad you can't use it anymore. You have to swap it out. Hawkeye. Now this is one artifact that you will be very happy to see because it is a huge buff to the physical side of it. You can use it for a lot of heroes who does physical damage. Guess what? In the new world, it's +5 strength. Now, of course, I can leave it to Hawkeye, but it's not that great anymore, right? If you can't use a +5 strength, you just lose out the entire 20% of flat damage increase. So I don't know, man. I think some of these changes are a little bit too drastic. It just kills out a lot of like man. Groila is such a nice artifact, right? In any case, if you look at the advanced circlet of Sitaret, right now again it's a very nice artifact, for the physical hero. But when looking in the new world, you have to you have to see, maybe this one is better for those durability type of hero that has that can utilize physical and durability as well. Because, well, I mean, 3 plus 3 is still 12% flat damage, right? I mean, you could use it for a non-durability hero, but you are gaining only 180 health anyway. So you're not, I mean, durability is not that great, really. It's not that great right now, right? And Magneto was right t-shirt. It's a range power. You can use it for any range hero. It's a fantastic artifact. Now, why do they do such a thing like that? I do not know. But what it means is that my Doctor Strange is not really happy. He has to swap this out to something else. Vision. This artifact, right? I feel very strongly about this artifact. I tell you why. Because this artifact is a very good artifact for a lot of new players, right? Because you only need to do story 10, you can get Medal of Valor. Medal of Valor is a rather nice artifact that gives you some kind of nice flat damage, crit and crit damage rating. It's not bad kind of thing. You can use it for any hero and be happy about it. But now they change it to speed and strength. How many speed and strength heroes are there? You can just count yourself. How many are there that does strength and speed? Besides Green Goblin, maybe, right? So my vision will have to get this out something else. But yeah, I mean that is one thing that you have to. I mean, yeah, you can still use it, but yeah, again, I mean you're losing at a 4 points opportunity cost to it. Because if you find a strength and speed hero, you gain another 4 attribute points, right? But if you look at the book of Demonicus, the one that probably a lot of us found very hard during the Dimension Collide event, I regretted not farming hard enough. Plus 3 to all attribute is always good because it guarantees like 24% damage. Plus 3 to all, you pick up 6 attribute points anyway. And besides, the fighting intelligence gives you extra on the crit multiplier as well as the crit damage rating. So this is wonderful. And I think it will remain as wonderful. I think it become it kind of contradicts the entire design philosophy, right? So on one hand, they are restricting so many artifacts to be just an archetype, a very specific archetype of heroes. But on the other hand, they still have something like this one, right? And yet they are messing with the Hand of Doom. I don't know. I mean, I can't really comprehend what they're doing. And I know this video is about artifact, not really about the legendary. But just for your information, if you think that all this like a North Stone is going to help you in some way, well, I mean, they're changing into the physical energy hero. How does it even relate to before and after? I can't even comprehend. I mean, before it doesn't even have energy. So definitely, whoever North Stone is going to cry. And guess what? You're going to lose that 200 OD mark trying to refund this one and get a new one. Man, I mean, why do they do such thing? Really, I can't comprehend. So anyway, what does it really mean to you is that I think day one will be chaotic. For me, I'll have to look through all 59 heroes, try to swap them out, kind of like put the artifact in the right places because some hero will benefit better with others. So I need to unequip them. Each unbind will cost material or credit. I may need to swap the blessing as well because some of my artifact may not have the blessing and the other may have. So it's a lot of this administrative stuff. I wish I could just go back to a game and play. But then I have to go through all my heroes and try to I actually went through in the test center each and every hero of mine, and I found that every hero I need to change artifact. And then onto my 5th hero, I was like, oh man, forget it, I'm not going to play this right now because it's too tedious in a sense. So I think you just have to be mentally prepared that you have to farm a lot of BIS gears, BIS artifacts for your favorite hero. So whether you love it or not, let me know in the comment box below. I always love to hear your thinking behind. We could it could be agreeable to each other or may not. This is fine. We love the game and we talk about game and so on. Now that I passed exam, I'll do a little bit more videos for you guys. So let me know what you like to watch. I know you guys requested a lot of heroes. I try my best to see some of them, what I can do with it. Kitty Pryde, man, it breaks my heart. Anyhow, see you next time. Goodbye.